Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. I have some really good news. Alphonso Davies, man, the Canadian Usain Bolt, is back. Well, almost. He's making big progress in his rehab. A return in team training is now imminent. He has been training with the ball for a few weeks now, so it looks like he's ready. The intensity is there. ACL injuries are indeed scary. Do you guys remember this? This scared me because I started thinking about it and I was like so grateful to have my legs. I've never been injured. I played football in high school. You know, our football, not American football. Our football, guys. Not American. I just have to clarify. I was a left winger to start, and then I moved on to the midfield where I dominated the game like Thiago, or so I thought. I never got injured, which was very, very, very lucky. But Fonzie, the poor guy, man, he had a great season in 2020. We won everything. And then, ever since then, it's either been him playing under a bad coach or him just getting injured at crucial points. Unfortunately, I think he is injury prone. But this is going to sound weird. I hope this ACL made him less injury prone. But look at the loss of muscle in his legs. Look at the progress. This is like what, 4 weeks ago? So his legs are perfectly sized now. Hence why he's going to return to team training in the next week or so. But yeah, this is the leg that got injured. He couldn't work on that leg. It was just a handicap for months, 9 months. Well, not 9 months, maybe like out of the 9 months, 3 months he would have been on crutches. This leg was fine, but this one wasn't. The knee was cooked. I don't know what an ACL is, to be honest. ACL, cruciate ligament. All I know is you bust your knee and now you can't play for a year, almost a year. It's a bad injury, but I've seen players return to it. Leroy Sané famously had one. Virgil van Dijk had an ACL. A lot of players have had ACLs and recovered fine. It's just a long recovery. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Guys, I know the quality is like freaking horrible, but just look at the difference. Ugh. This kind of looks like that one. It looks like Brian Griffin with his hair shaved off. Do you guys remember that one episode from Family Guy? It kind of reminds me of that, where it's like where he had everything shaved off and he looks so skinny and weird. That's kind of what this is to me. You guys know. Oh, I don't want to Google it because YouTube might think I'm trying to show you guys nudity or something. Yeah, I can't wait for Fonzie to be back. We have been using makeshift left backs for what, 2 years now, because he's been injured for the most part, and now it feels like we're gonna get our season to a new level with him returning. I mean, usually Bayern get these kind of injuries like 2 weeks before our Champions League semifinal game, so it kind of feels refreshing. And maybe I'm not. I hope I'm not jinxing it. It feels refreshing to have these injuries earlier on. Because imagine if Musiala was out for 4 months, but it started in January. That'd suck. So in a way, I mean, I don't prefer any of our players to be injured, but if they are going to be injured, I hope it's going to be in the beginning of the season. Because you can start however and still win a lot of things because it's about how you finish, you know? Look, sometimes I was legitimately going to start describing like sex. Like I was like going to start describing when you go in and out and then you finish. I was like going to start legitimately describing it. But no, I'm going to save you guys the horror of thinking about that on a football channel about Bayern Munich. But yeah, I just want the season to be finished strongly. Fonzie being back, I think he got cursed, to be honest. I think he's cursed. Look, this guy had a dream girl, okay? Davies and Jordan. They had a power couple, okay? Like it could not have gone better for him. They met in high school, so they're like, you know, childhood friends. They both play professionally. She played for PSG, he played for Bayern. They both played in a Champions League final for their clubs, and he cheated on her. And new girl. And this is who he's with now. I think he cursed himself. Look, first of all, we know Fonzie's like swimming in snow, man. This guy is skiing. He's doing everything. Like I have not seen him with a black woman. If it was not his mom, bro, my gosh. Look, the downgrade is crazy because I am literally like analyzing a man's girl. Look, this girl is objectively speaking on paper a Champions League performer, right? But she's a World Cup winner. That's the thing. Like, you want to win the Champions League, but you prefer to win the World Cup with your country. You know, you prefer to win something for Canada. Yeah, winning the Champions League is cool with Bayern, but that comes every year. You know, but the World Cup is every 4 years. How often in your life are you going to meet someone who, I mean, first of all, she met him when he was down. Like he wasn't a superstar yet. So she knew him when he was broke. She had to give him rides in both ways, right? Literally with her car as well. Give him rides to the training ground because he didn't have no car probably. They're both from the same area, same country. And then he goes to Munich and he gets a random everyday Instagram baddie, if you think about it. Yeah, of course, she's a Champions League. She's still a baddie, but you only get one World Cup. This is a World Cup, and this is hell, this is a Europa League. Still a European trophy, but you're winning the Europa League. You're not winning the Champions League. I think that's what cursed Fonzie. That's what cursed this guy, man. He was doing so well, and now, like, ever since he cheated on his girl, there's a lesson in all this, man. You have to be loyal. Look, even if you were gonna cheat on her, just stay with her. You know, make sure, just tell her, hey, look, you know, it was just like a mistake, but we're good to be with each other forever. Yeah, I just he proposed to her too. He better Hakimi the situation, man. His mom better have all his assets because, oof, I could smell it coming. 5 years from now, maybe not five. She'll be with him until he retires. She'll have like 5 kids with him. Maybe not five. That's a lot. She'll have like she'll a few. She'll probably have a few kids with him, and she'll want half his wealth. She'll be she'll want half his playtime basically. Like he played all the games, but she'll want to take credit for winning the Champions League at Bayern at the age of like 20. She'll want to take credit for that. And that's the problem for Fonzie, man. He got himself in a pickle. Whereas like his first girl, she was with him ride or die for like through thick and thin, man. She was like ready to play in Stoke on a cold night. She started off. She saw him and scouted him when he was a young player in an unknown academy. It's not like he was at Barcelona, at La Masia, or at Bayern, or at Madrid, or at Le Cobham in Chelsea. He was just a kid from Liberia, Ghana slash Canada, and she gave him a chance to play in the big leagues. Because let's be honest here, Fonzie probably didn't get female attention until he became like popular for football, right? Probably at the age of like 14, I'd say. And so his first girl was his girlfriend. And so to him, now that he has all this power, all these Instagram followers, Fonzie can get any girl he likes. He can just see somebody and say hi. He doesn't have to do like a crazy line as the first DM. He'll say hi. She'll probably know who he is if she's in Europe or Munich or Germany or just anywhere. Or if she doesn't, she'll click on his profile, Bayern Munich, because she's probably gotten hidden up by every other Bayern player that was single. Because these players just, they be talking to the same girl. They don't know it, but they're all like Sharon, bro. It's crazy. It's like Wi-Fi out there, man. They're just, the password is just getting given out and everyone's connected. And that's why the connection is so low. Like, such a bad connection. But part of me just doesn't like what Fonzie did. So I'm using this opportunity to rant. But it has nothing to do with me, you know? But hey, Jordan, if you're looking for a real man, one who won't cheat on you publicly, like hit my lines. Hit my lines, man. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia Sun Mia and peace. All right, I don't know what I am, but we're a fan channel, right? Not a dating. Don't ask me. It's lotion. Don't ask me what is that, George? You're doing white face. Look, I'm not Drewski, okay? Relax.